yung mind frame ko na mga 32, magta-33 na ako noon. Hindi na ako naghahanap ng boyfriend eh. Parang sobrang saya ko nang mag-isa. Nandun na ako sa mindset na yun na if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I love my single life. Like, I was my healthiest self. My mind, my body was my own. I was traveling the world. I really wasn't expecting anything. Pero when I was on my way there, sabi ko, ay parang I might meet someone here. So nung nakita ko na siya dun sa wedding, when he was giving his speech, he's so eloquent and it was so well written. He's so funny, so good looking. Sabi ko, that's my next boyfriend. Sabi ko,
Oo.
akin na yan. Walang lalapit. Akin na yan.
May na to. How did married life change you? Ano-ano mga nagbago sa'yo?
Well, as an Asian woman, but half Western at independent, mas naging submissive ako, syempre. Kasi hindi mo pwedeng palagi ipaglaban yung gusto mo. You always have to consider the feelings of the other person. There's two of you in a partnership. We always treated our marriage like a partnership, so open discussion sa lahat. A marriage is a partnership. It's not all romance and love. On the day of my missed period, sinabi ko na sa lahat ng kaibigan ko kasi feeling ko kailangan ko yung support system kasi hindi ako makapaniwala talaga. Kasi we were gonna do IVF eh. So ako parang, how is this happening? So I was in total shock talaga. So every pregnancy test I sent to them, positive pa rin.
Bianca, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
Hindi pa rin ako makapaniwala na, oh my gosh. Kasi, teenager lang yung tingin ko sa'yo eh. Sorry na-stuck ako doon talaga. Kasi parang I was thinking lang, parang, ay, ang aga nag-asawa ni Bianca.
Na nga yata, ang dami na nagsasabi sa, kailan ka ba mag-aasawa? Kailan ka ba magkakanak? The usual. Pero fine. Ito na.
Oh, bakit, diba? It came at the right time. Akalain mo.
The timing was perfect talaga. Wala akong complaints kahit medyo matagal siya sa paningin ng mga Filipinos kasi diba usually sinasabi na dapat late 20s or by mga 31, 32 pero sa akin and kay Iza also diba medyo late kami kasi career focused talaga kami and we took our time.
Let's talk about your pregnancy. How's your pregnancy? Is it okay? Is it difficult? Ano ba?
Well, currently, I'm in the middle of my second trimester now. I'm very, very blessed to have a complication-free pregnancy. Wala akong drugs, wala akong turok, wala akong sakit of any kind. So, I'm very fortunate in that sense. Pero yung first trimester ko talagang, I felt like a train wreck. Parang after nun, I came back from the dead kasi talagang every day, the whole day, nausea, moody, umiiyak palagi, nakikipag-away sa asawa ko, walang ganang kumain, talagang wala akong energy to do anything, always tired, parang overly fatigued ako. And the only relief I would feel actually is if I would eat something small or if I would actually vomit. It was rough.
Pero, am I reading this right? Kasi parang dun daw sa first trimester mo, parang napraning ka because you were researching a lot, you were reading a lot on your, of course, first pregnancy mo. You didn't know what to expect.
Yes, at saka parang feeling ko yung mga topics na ganun, hindi masyadong pinag-uusapan amongst women. So, parang when I started reading about it and researching, sabay-sabay siya dumating yung mga fears na ano yung pwedeng mangyari, ano yung mga abnormalities na you have no control over. It just so happened na ganun talaga yung nangyari dun sa embryo and also things that I could be doing wrong, that I could be eating wrong, that could cause harm. So, yeah, and yung OB nga namin really informs us, okay, at this stage, yung risk for miscarriage is 40%. And then at this stage, it's 30%. So parang feeling mo na lang na kahit ano na lang, 'di ba? Parang may risk siya talaga. But yun, once you're past the 12th week, bumababa na siya ng mga 5%. So pwede na mag-relax ng konti. But ganun talaga ako eh. Mahilig talaga akong mag-research, and I also have a tendency, I like to share that research. And syempre, for the first few weeks, hindi ka pa masyado makapag-open, 'di ba? Although my friends knew, hindi pa ako open nun to the public. So now, as much as I can, sinishare ko kung ano yung mga natutunan ko, because I know that women are looking for this sort of resource and content online na hindi masyadong dinidiscuss amongst women our age in public.
Mm-mm. Pero how did you get over that, anxiety? Tama ba ako? Anxiety na yun, ano? Nung pregnancy mo, nung first trimester.
Well, I started meditating along with an app that's specific to pregnant women. So that helped a lot. Tapos binibigyan ko sarili ko siguro ng mga 5 articles max. After nun, tama na. Tago mo na yung phone mo. Manood ka na lang ng chismis sa TV. Just relax. Just like, try to think of something like light and entertaining to do and distract yourself from all your fears. So you have to know when to draw the line, but also I don't want to discourage women from informing themselves because you kind of have to do it. But natutunan ko din siguro only deep dive into the topics that apply to you. Hindi mo naman kailangan i-research lahat talaga. Kailangan lang certain precautions, but kung hindi naman nangyayari sa'yo, wag mo nang damdamin muna. Isa rin sa mga ginawa ko on the day of my missed period, sinabi ko na sa lahat ng kaibigan ko kasi feeling ko kailangan ko yung support system kasi hindi ako makapaniwala talaga. Kasi we were gonna do IVF eh. So ako parang, how is this happening? So I was in total shock talaga. So every pregnancy test I sent to them, positive pa rin. And I remember before I got pregnant, naririnig ko na dapat hindi mo sinasabi before the 12th week because you can miscarry. So, okay na naman yun kung ganun yung feeling mo. Pero para sa akin lang, nakatulong talaga sa akin yung maging open sa mga friends ko. Kasi lalo na yung mga friends ko na may anak na, 'di ba? They would advise me, and also yung mga friends ko na hindi pa nagbubuntis, yung curiosity nila also encourage me kasi they'll ask me, how are you feeling? What's happening to you? Magkwento ka naman. Show me your scans. So just the mere fact na somebody's interested in me tapos meron akong kausap palagi, it made the feeling less isolating and lonely. Yeah.
Pero at least now, maganda yung support group mo and you're less worrisome, no?
Yes. And speaking of support group, I managed to create a community of women in the DMs of my Instagram.
Wow.
Who reach out to me, like giving me feedback about what I'm sharing their own experiences, reacting to everything that I share. And I feel like it's such a blessing again to have the platform. Kahit minsan nahihiya ako mag-share kasi parang masyadong private or nag-overshare ba ako? Is it TMI? But when I receive feedback from women who are going through the same thing, who are learning from it, it makes it all worth it. And then again, I'm very grateful to have that platform. Kahit na Instagram lang siya, but it's a community I'm trying to nurture right now because it's like positive energy back and forth.
Yung sister-in-law mo, di ba, recently lang din nag-announce na pregnant siya. Nag-share kayo ng mga tips at saka yung mga nangyayari sa inyo everyday.
Mga nangyayari sa amin, oo. Iza and I communicate all the time. Pero in terms of tips, akong nagbibigay sa kanya kasi hindi siya masyadong ma-research eh. She's more, she takes things day by day. Tsaka marami siya kasing ibang nangyayari sa buhay niya. Ako talaga, my life is all about this pregnancy and this marriage right now. So when I learn something new, I share it with her. But we talk regularly. Actually, may nakaschedule kaming call mamayang hapon.
So you talk every day? Nagkukwentuhan lang kayo every day? Kung ano
Nag-text
nangyayari?
Nagte-text kami almost every day. Yung mga video calls, mga at least once a week.
Mm, mm. Bianc, nabanggit mo kanina, no, na parang before you knew that you were pregnant, ang plano nyo talaga ay mag-IVF.
Yes.
Bakit?
Kasi, mainly because, well, meron talagang problema kung ano man yun. I think that's the part that I'll leave out of the public. But also the frustration is real. Pagod is real. Because when you want something so much and you're working so hard to get it and you're not getting it, nakakapagod din siya eh. And at the start pa lang, we already started consulting with a doctor. Even before we started trying, so aware kami where we stand. Pero posible naman, it's just that I gave up. I was like, the option is there. Why don't we just take it? Iba kasi yung pinagdadaanan ko to my husband eh. I'm the one that does the testing. I'm the one that experiences the sadness and the hormones and everything, and I couldn't deal with it anymore. I also didn't want to waste time anymore. Parang if we try, how much longer pa? 1 more year? I'll be turning 38 na. So, yun. Pressure.
But that baby came at the right time.
It did.
Sobrang God's gift, ano?
It did. It was an amazing surprise. I couldn't believe it. We were in shock for weeks.
And how did you tell your husband na parang finally hindi na tayo alam mo parang naano ko, no? Parang ganyan din similarly yung nangyari kay Jenilyn at saka kay Dennis, ano? They were trying for IVF tapos biglang she got pregnant in the natural way. And sabi mo nga, 'di ba, parang weeks talagang hindi pa rin kayo talaga makapaniwala that you were pregnant.
Yes. It took a while to sink in. Siguro nung nakita na namin yung heartbeat sa ultrasound, yun na yung parang there's really something living inside me. There's a human being growing.
Kwento mo naman, how's that moment for you?
I was giggling because I've never experienced that before, but Ralph started shedding tears. Hindi man lang siya nag-video. Ako yung nag-video sa kanya. So I'm like, you should be taking my video. I was just laughing. I haven't cried about being pregnant this whole time. I mean, I've cried like out of inis sa kanya or inis at like small things. Pero yung pagbubuntis mismo, wala akong like dramatic mong like, oh my God, buntis ako. Hindi ganon. I'm just giggly and happy about it.
Oo, happy hormones ang bigay ni baby sa'yo.
Oo. Except nga yung mga times nung first trimester na moody ako na gusto ko makipag-away na ako lang ang tama. Hindi ako pwedeng maging mali.
Oo, that's your moment, girl. Minsan ka lang magbubuntis, no?
Don't argue with me na. Bigay mo na sa akin to. Ilang weeks lang naman akong ganito eh. But normally, I'm so patient. You know, I'm so loving and nurturing. So let me be a brat just for these 3 months.
Teka, ang hirap kong but hindi pa kita kasi nakitang naging brat eh. Paano, ini-imagine ko, paano magkaroon ng brat moment si Bianca?
Parang ano ba yung mga typical na argument na mag-asawa? Yung basta yung mga...
Who does the laundry? Ganyan.
And remember them because they're so insignificant. Yung mga maliliit na usapan na hindi kami pareho ng opinion. Yung may conflict kami of ideas. Tapos magpapaliwanag siya. Tapos magpapaliwanag ako. Tapos ako parang mag-oo ka na lang sa akin. Hayaan mo na. Stop arguing with me. Mga ganon. Yung parang my normal self, kaya kong tumahimik at nasabi, okay, you're right, I'll keep quiet. But with the raging hormones and the mood swings, patalo talaga. Tsaka umiiyak talaga ako. Umiiyak, raising my voice. Drama queen.
Nagli ka ba sa anything? Pagkain or whatever?
Nung natapos na yung phase ng nausea, ang gusto ko talaga yung makatas at matamis na prutas na malamig. Gusto ko yung, tsaka juice. I love juice for some weird reason. Dati hindi ako umiinom ng juice eh. Kasi for me, like high in sugar, ganyan. Parang more on smoothies ako. Now I hate smoothies. Smoothies make me vomit. But I love eating fruits. Like every day, siguro sa isang araw, kain ako ng mga 3 o 4 na iba-ibang prutas.
Are you coming back to Manila to give birth o diyan ka manganganak?
Dito na. Yung window ko to travel, maliit na lang siya. And Ben and Iz are planning on coming. Rian is also coming in October. Tapos I have friends coming in November. By first week of November, I cannot travel anymore. So,
Well, is anybody else traveling pag nanganak ka?
well, my parents are arriving shortly after. Tapos after I give birth, my other friends are gonna come as well. Yung parents ni Ralph dito magka-Christmas. So, mid-September na. I think ang plano ni Ben and Iza, next month sila pupunta dito. So, parang wala rin akong time to go to the Philippines now. But definitely when the baby is big enough to travel, we will be in the Philippines. I will be there for a long time. I will stay as long as I can.
Meron ng baby name?
Wala pang ang gender, hindi nga namin alam kasi ayokong malaman.
Ay, surprise pa.
So, surprise.
Naku, exciting naman yan.
Oo, diba? Parang it's the one biggest surprise you'll have in your life. And I love surprises, big or small. So, gusto ko yung thrill na hindi ko alam kung ano yung magiging gender ng anak namin. Tsaka ang hirap mag-isip ng pangalan. Parang we waste so much time online. So I'm like, maybe we'll name the baby after we meet the baby. And,
You'll know when you know, right? Like, natural birth ang gusto mo. Like, water
Yes.
birth. Are you
Water
planning?
I'm a
You are-
water birth mama, I think. Yeah.
Oh my God, Max Collins?
Yes, and Colleen. I love their
Are
videos.
you, kumukuha ka na ba ng mga tips sa kanila?
Hindi pa. Parang lahat ng natututunan ko ngayon is through watching YouTube, blogs as well. I just bought books actually, but my goal is really to have an intervention-free and drug-free natural birth. Yung allow the labor to happen in its own time. Don't induce me, don't poke me, don't give me drugs, don't offer it to me. Parang I really have a birth plan, which I plan on sharing also because I find that what I'm learning is that women who give birth without a birth plan, they tend to make decisions or say yes to things that maybe they wouldn't have decided on had they not been going through such a painful labor and confused. Parang it's good to have a plan eh. Yung parang you state na this is what I want at this point, at this phase, ganyan. So, that's where my time is spent right now, like figuring out the birth plan. Because there are benefits to allowing labor to happen naturally with your hormones to develop that will help childbirth become a little less painful. Not saying pain-free, but the natural hormones are there to aid the baby traveling down the birth canal and softening the cervix and all that stuff. You see, it's such a beautiful thing. Like I want to talk about that more because I had no idea about these things.
2 years ka nang married. Like, I've seen you live independently. How's married life for you? Kasi syempre, di ba, may kasama ka ng iba na aside from just yourself.
You want the real answer or the showbiz answer?
So the real answer.
The answer is, I probably held back in announcing my marriage. We've been married since September 2020, but I announced it almost a year after. And I figured I probably held back on announcing it because I wanted to make sure we were gonna stay together. Alam mo naman yung mga kwento na during the pandemic maraming naghiwalay, di ba? It brought out to a lot of couples. And meron din kaming ganon. Meron din kaming stuck under one roof the whole day, not seeing anybody, without our families, no support system, no friends, we can't fly out of the country. So it was challenging. I won't say na maghiwalay kami, pero it was very challenging. So we really tried to focus on building our partnership, settling into life in Australia, and wala akong closure sa buhay ko sa Pilipinas. Hindi ako bumalik. So, dumating ako dito.
Mm. How's that? I mean, how did married life change you? Ano-ano mga nagbago sa'yo?
Well, as an Asian woman, but half Western at independent, mas naging submissive ako, syempre. Kasi hindi mo pwedeng palagi ipaglaban yung gusto mo. You always have to consider the feelings of the other person. There's two of you in a partnership. We always treated our marriage like a partnership, so open discussion sa lahat. In terms of being nurturing naman and loving, pareho lang kasi gano'n naman talaga ako Parang gano'n talaga yung nature ko sa mga kaibigan ko, sa mga workmates ko. So it was really about learning how to be in a partnership, in a marriage, and understanding that a marriage is a partnership. It's not all romance and love. Diba? It's building a life together. So it's a lot of life admin. It's a lot of organization. It's a lot of aligning your values, talking about the things that are really important in life. It's not all kisses and lovemaking and all that, sappy stuff.
Pero alam mo, Bianca, I'll be honest with you. Sabi mo nga, di ba, I've seen you grow. I know some parts of your life, and I know you're one of the really good people that I've met in showbiz. Pero for you to describe yourself as submissive, parang naninibago ako doon. You know what I mean, right?
Yes. Kasi siguro, mga babae sa showbiz, ang dating din namin napaka-independent, diba? Kasi we work so hard. We earn our own money. Siguro yung persona ko din, medyo strong yung personality. Nandun pa rin naman yun. Hindi naman ako pushover. Hindi ako doormat. Pero marunong akong mag-compromise. Compromise is the magic word in any relationship.
Oo, compromise, hindi submissive. Kasi parang ang tingin ko kasi parang submissive, oo ka lang ng oo.
Hindi naman. Actually, maybe that's the meaning that we're used to with the word submissive. Pero para sa akin kasi, kung dati napaka-headstrong talaga, na kailangan talaga na no, I have to be right, I have to get my way. If I don't get my way, then I'm going the other way. Yung ganon. Pero now, parang yung finding a compromise in the partnership, marunong na ako mag-back down and say, okay, let's meet halfway. Or okay, you're actually right here. So I'm siding with you. I will let go of my own beliefs for now because maybe I was wrong. So yun yung ibig sabihin ko ng submissive. Hindi naman yung opo, ganun na lang lahat, diba? Hindi naman ganun.
Nakaka-proud ka. So, maturity becomes you.
Oh, I think. At naman, magpo-40 na ako, di ba?
Pero, okay, your wedding was just, I don't want to say, I don't want to use the word just. Your wedding was in your living room.
Yes.
Anong story behind this? Okay, some people will find this very romantic. Some people will find this parang, bakit dyan lang? Pero what's the story behind, having your wedding at your living room?
So yung story is, we got married September 2020. Pinili namin yung date na yon. Wala, random. It was really random. It wasn't like, we have to get married on this date, ganyan. It just so happened because we had decided I was gonna stay in Australia and start to build my life there with Ralph. And bawal ang tourists pumasok. So there was no sense in planning a big wedding kasi hindi din namin alam kung kailan matutuloy. Ayaw din namin yung mag-plan kami and then it keeps on getting moved, diba? Parang life is already so stressful. What I said was, I don't want extra stress right now. Like, I know how stressful it is to plan weddings and how expensive it can be. What more when you have to keep changing the date and moving stuff, right? So, I didn't want to put us under that pressure. And also, practicality din. Ayoko siyang gastusan, sa totoo lang. at that very moment, our priorities were different. We really wanted to save. And yung yung siguro pagkatao namin, pareho kaming low-key. Very, very simple. It's like we find beauty in the simplicity of things. Like, my dresses were on sale. We just ate at a restaurant. I did the flowers and everything. I find joy in simplicity and mundane things. Doing things with my hands myself.
Sa'yo ko unang nakita yon kasi lahat ng mga celebrity homes na napupuntahan ko dati, punong-puno ng mga gamit. Siyempre, di ba? I mean, of course, we all can afford. Pero, pag sa'yo, ang halos kung bare necessities lang yung laman ng bahay mo.
Ganun din kami sa wedding namin. Kung ano lang yung kailangan namin. Ang handa lang namin sa bahay namin is cookies and coffee. That's it. For the handful of people that were there for the ceremony itself. Tapos nung nag-lunch kami sa labas, medyo siguro mga close to 10 people na kami. We invited more friends. And then yung families naman namin and mga best friends namin all over the world, nanonood sila on Zoom. So, they were a witness to our wedding.
Ralph is the younger brother of Ben.
Correct.
Who happens to be married to Isa Calzado.
Yes.
Okay. What's the connection there? Paano kayong nag-meet ni Ralph?
So, I was a guest at Ben and Isa's wedding in Palawan in December 2018. And Ralph was the best man. And at that time, yung mind frame ko na mga 32, magta-33 na ako noon. Hindi na ako naghahanap ng boyfriend eh. Parang sobrang saya ko nang mag-isa. Nandun ako sa mindset na yun na if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I love my single life. Like, I was my healthiest self. My mind, my body was my own. I was traveling the world. I really wasn't expecting anything. Pero when I was on my way there, sabi ko, parang I might meet someone here. Kasi si Ben, marami siyang mga foreigner friends. Feeling ko talaga pang foreigner ako eh.
Why?
Bakit ba? Feeling ko kasi gusto ko ma-experience tumira sa first world. Yun yung medyo shadow na na-experience ko na ngayon na ayoko naman nung dumating. Gusto ko bumalik ng Manila. And then...
Wait, Bianca. So, minamanifest mo yan dati? Like parang, ito yung gusto ko. Parang gusto ko kung mag-aasawa ko, sana foreigner.
Bago yung pandemic ko, Kasi gusto ko parang masaya yung buhay na you have a home outside of the Philippines but you go home to the Philippines every now and then. And nung pandemic, hindi ko na-experience yun, diba? Kaya gusto ko na lang umuwi ng Pilipinas. Tapos the other reason is, actually, to be specific, ang gusto ko, halfy. Gusto ko half Pinoy, half something. So, nakuha ko siya. Yun yung minanifest ko talaga. I want a half Filipino raised abroad. So, parang pareho kami na he understands the culture. Although ako, mas Pilipina ako. I understand also Western upbringing. So there, Ralph was the best man, and everyone was telling me, you have to meet Ralph. And Isa already told me months before. I had lunch with Isa and Ben, and she told Ben, si Bianca for Ralph. Tapos si Ben parang, kung ganun lang, parang change topic.
Why?
Alam mo namang boys, diba? They're not excited to matchmake. So parang, so hindi siya nangyari. Nothing happened, but he was already in my consciousness. Oh, Ben has a younger brother. I even Googled him. Sabi ko, may itsura. Pwede. So, nung nakita ko na siya dun sa wedding, when he was giving his speech, he's so eloquent and it was so well written. He's so funny, so good looking. Sabi ko, that's my next boyfriend. Sabi ko, akin na yan. Walang lalapit. Akin na yan.
May na to.
So, after nung speech niya, pumunta lang ako sa dance floor para he'll see me. Tapos, next thing I know...
napapansin ka na.
Napapansin na ako na ng konti. Actually, hindi pa ako nag-umpisa. Yung mga guests ni Isa, sina Tim Yap, sina JM Rodriguez, pushed us together. And we started dancing, and that was it. By the next day, boyfriend ko na siya.
Oh. Pero, di ba, he's the man who changed the course of your life.
Oh, totally. Totally. I gave everything up talaga. As
Mhm.
dropped everything for
And he
him.
knows that, right?
He knows it because I keep reminding him.
You should.
No. Do you realize how much I gave up? Do you realize? Yan, pag when I'm in my like moments, I was like, do you realize that I dropped everything for you? Ginagano pa siya.
And of course, having yourself there now, yung whatever you gave up, talagang sobrang worth it, no?
Worth it naman siya, oo, kasi ito yung tahimik na buhay, yung simpleng buhay na siguro hinahanap-hanap din ng maraming artista na sanay sa puyat, sa hectic na buhay. I can't speak for everyone, pero alam kong marami sa amin naghahanap ng buhay na anonymous ka. You know, you can go out and just be a normal person. So, nakuha ko yun. Pretty soon, I was actually gonna fly back to the Philippines, but nabuntis ako. So, after na lang, so by next year, mafulfill ko na finally yung buhay na going back and forth. Para naman I can work a bit. But I started working here na rin finally. So, I guess half of my body is not in the Philippines anymore. Parang I'm trying to root myself here now. Plant roots here. Like, tell myself, okay, I live in Australia. I have to make friends here. I have to start driving here. I still don't drive here. I have to start working here. So, yung mga maliliit na bagay na yun, na parang starting over, the experience of starting over is also so healthy. Because you have to build relationships and just like let go of everything in the past and start fresh.
Sabi mo magbabakasyon ka lang eh.
Bakasyon lang. Ano lang ako dapat, 2 months lang dapat ako dito. March to May. Tapos, the borders closed less than a week after I arrived and I extended. And alam namin na kung umalis ako, hindi ako makakabalik dito. So, ang usapan is, let's get married. And then, proposal. And then, so, yung mga gamit ko sa Manila, si Rhea nag-impake. Yung mga kaibigan ko, hours and hours of like, nagpapakita sa akin, oh, do you still want this? Do we pack this? Do we throw this? Do we give it? Ganon. It was 3 weeks of like packing online. So,
What about your apartment?
I let go of it na.
Talagang ang bilis, no? Like parang wala ka namang planong gawin yun. Tapos biglang napunta sa ganun yung buhay mo.
Oo, wala akong closure on my life in Manila. So, imagine from the time the pandemic started up until recently, I had 1 foot in Australia and the rest of my body in the Philippines. I wasn't planting roots here. I was so confused. I was like, I don't want to be here. I want to go back. This is not where my people are. Mga ganyan. So it took a while to adjust. But I think being stuck in a house with Ralph, instead of bringing the worst out of us, it brought the best out of us because we saw each other at our worst.
Anong work mo dyan? I'm sure entirely different from what you do in Manila.
No, I'm sorry to say it's still the same. No, so I signed with an Australian agency just a couple of months ago. So I started doing print ads. As a nameless model, I am considering doing something completely different. Maybe in some sort of educator or something like that, but that's gonna come after I give birth. Right now kasi I wanted to do something na may skill set na ako. May portfolio na ako. Parang meron na akong ipipresenta na, okay, marunong ako nito. Tapos, sporadic yung work. Hindi siya yung everyday. Kasi nga, if I work everyday, I might continue to have a hard time conceiving. So, and I want to be a full-time mom. So, for now, I think modeling on that side is perfect. Tapos, once sanay na ako sa pagiging full-time mom, doon na ako mag-explore na ano pa ba yung gusto kong gawin. Kasi marami eh. I want to give back and help again somehow that's outside of entertainment, but still be able to use the platform that I have to share that knowledge and information.
Pero your life in Manila, well, as an actress, that was your life for the longest time eh. Hindi mo ba nami-miss? Like,
Mm-mm.
syempre, kumbaga second nature mo na yon eh.
Totoo. Good question. I miss it, of course. But I know it's always gonna be there. My doors are never closed. It's not like I'm a completely different person and I'm never gonna do that ever again. It's really all about timing. I can't want that. I can't want something while I'm in this current life state right now. So I'm being fully present in what the universe has given me, and that's, being a wife and a mother. And I guess I get to satisfy that longing through social media. And I think sometimes it could even be much better because I'm so accessible to anyone. They could just reach out to me like any time of the day. They can open their phone and find me, trying to entertain them on their phone, or I really answer mostly all of my DMs just as long as, they're not creepy or rude. So, active naman ako sa social media. I chose Instagram as a platform more than anything else because nga, I get to be authentic. I get to be myself. I get to be accessible. So, hindi naman ako nawala. If anything, siguro mas malalapit pa sa akin yung mga tao ngayon kasi hindi ako isang character na nakikita sa TV. Isa akong totoong tao na familiar, diba? But I look forward to the day when I will appear on Philippine TV again, and I don't think that's far away. I mean, I'm gonna give birth in 4.5 months. So just give me some time and I'll be...
Oo naman. Oo. Pero I'm sure, I know you live in one of the, ako, dream place ko yan. Yung mga suburbs, yung nature, ganyan. Pero there must be other things, some things that you miss in Manila.
Oh, a lot. I miss all the privileges. I miss my friends, all of my friends. I miss all of my coworkers. They were my chosen family because as you said nga, diba, parang I was in show business for so long, and everyone that I worked with in all three networks became so close to me, from the PAs to the EPs. I miss the food. Food. And I miss the beaches. All of the simple things. Pero syempre siguro nami-miss ko din yung pagtrato sa amin bilang artista, na yun nga na parang you get special treatment, those things. Those are the things that I appreciated then, but I appreciate even more so now kasi dito talagang you do everything yourself. You stay at the back of the line and you wait for your turn. Ganon.
I'll end this by asking you, anong advice mo sa women your age who are about to design or, live the life that they dreamed?
I think the very first thing, I really love advising people to write what they want in a journal. Develop a habit of journaling and really put down your wish list in life. Like, manifest, law
Vision
of attraction.
board.
Exactly. Lahat ng gusto mo, down to the detail. Isulat mo doon. You may not get everything. Actually, you won't get everything. But just thinking of it and writing it down makes it one step closer to being real. After that, try to think of the steps. Ano ba yung mga steps na kailangan kong gawin para marating yon? Kasi hindi na naman siya mangyayari unless you act on it, right? And then, when the opportunity presents itself, I think don't be afraid of letting everything go and grabbing that opportunity. Huwag ka matakot kasi baka mawala sa'yo at magsisi ka eh. So parang leap of faith, like if it doesn't work out, it's okay. It's okay if like you break up. It's okay if you lose in the end. But what matters is you took the risk. You experience something new, and however it ends, yung experience na yon, kahit na malungkot siya, marami kang matututunan doon na tutulong sa paghubog sa'yo kung sino ka, kung ano yung next version of yourself, diba? To evolve to the next kind of person that you're supposed to be.
Grabe. You know, in that sense, sa lahat ng sinabi mo, hindi ka nagbago. Ganyan yung mga usapan natin before eh. You,
Ganun na
remember, yeah, ganyan ka na magsalita before. Ikaw ba, when did you start journaling? Did you start ba nung bata-bata ka pa? And ilan na yung, kumbaga, if you look back at your journal now, ilan ba yung mga na-achieve mo na?
Nung bata ako, nagsusulat talaga ako sa diary. And then, nawala yon. Throughout college, ang journaling ko more of like practical more of like, juggling school and work. Tapos, as an adult in my late 20s, throughout heartbreak, dahil sa mga heartbreak, sa mga hardships in life, doon ako nag-umpisa mag-journal also. And siguro going through the therapeutic process of working with a psychologist also, doon ko talaga nakaugalian na writing in a journal is your truth, your thoughts, and it's a way of getting to know who you are. And I guess accepting how you feel about certain things, and also putting a pause between acting on something, diba? Kasi if something's bothering you, something's hurting you, sulat mo muna, read it, and then decide, okay, what decision do I want to make? What choice, how do I want to act on this matter in my life? So, I guess it's a very mindful practice because you develop the habit of pausing before reacting. So, throughout yoga then, because yoga is all about mindfulness and searching inside yourself. So, siguro I've been journaling since my late 20s, and it's something that I recommend to everyone who is going through something, whether good or bad. It's always a good place to start.
Bianca, I'm going to we started a segment a few episodes back, and it's Ask Nelson.
Ask Nelson.
If there's anything, Bianca, if there's anything that you wanted to ask me, ano kaya yon?
Teka, give me a moment. As a veteran entertainment reporter and journalist, what keeps you doing what you do year after year, and why have you not gotten sick of it?
That's a hard one.
Is it hard?
Yeah, like, okay. As a showbiz reporter, yung mga nakakausap mo keeps you young. Like, alam mo naman, I mean, you know that, na hindi lahat ng artista, okay naman talaga, di ba? So, merong mababait, merong hindi. Pero, parang ano rin yan parang yung family circle mo yan Hindi lahat ng kamag-anak mo mabait, hindi lahat ng kamag-anak mo masama. So, for the longest time, being the only one in the family na naiwan dito sa Pilipinas because everybody's in Chicago. So, nagkaroon ako ng chosen family.
Tayo.
Exactly. That's why nung kinukwento mo nga kanina, parang sobrang relate ako. Di ba? Parang ganyan din ako Nagkaroon ako may mga pinili akong mga tao to be my family. And every day, I would meet them, I would see them, I would interview them. So, that actually kept me going for the past, 30 years na mag-isa ako sa Pilipinas. And it has been a really nice roller coaster ride. Hindi lahat smooth ride, hindi lahat pataas, hindi lahat pababa. Pero ang daming naituro sa akin. And that kept me going. That kept me young. Ika nga. And alam mo, ito sasabihin ko sa'yo, hindi ko sinasabi ngayon sa ito because kaharap kita at kausap kita, no? You're one of the very few people that I like talking to kasi meron akong natututunan.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That's so sweet of you. Pwede ba magpahabol ng question? May naisip ako ulit
Sure!
In an alternate universe, what would you be and what would you do? If you were doing something completely different from what you've chosen to do, ano yun?
I think in an alternate universe, isa akong fashion model.
Talaga, bet mo yun? Kasi yung like feeling ng rumarampa.
I like dressing up. I like being pretty. I like being neat. I like ganon. So pero parang
I get
syempre 'di ba, hindi yung fashion sense ko dito safe, clean. Pero
Mm-mm.
feeling ko in an alternate universe, isa akong Tessa Prieto Valdez.
Nice one. Completely different pero it's in you no? Parang you feel like
Yes.
nandun yung passion mo.
Ikaw, ano ka sa tingin mo?
Gets ko yung model kasi that's why I model here now because I also have that in me. Pero in an alternate universe, dati naisip ko interior designer pero parang hindi siya nangyayari. Hindi yun eh. It's something deeper. It's something bigger. I think in an alternate universe, I would be some sort of educator, like mental health educator. I think I would be a psychologist or a life coach. Right now, childbirth education is a topic I'm very interested in because there's not enough conversation about it. There's not enough open conversation about the realities of natural childbirth and all that stuff. So yun, pero yung pinaka parang feeling ko it's in me, it's helping people emotionally and mentally, kung ano man yun.
Actually, hindi mo kailangan yung alternate universe kasi pwede mo nang gawin ngayon yan. Bianca, thank you very much. I'm wishing you the best. I will continue praying for you because like what I said, you're one of my really good friends in showbiz and talagang I'm very excited for you. At itong mga pagbabago sa buhay mo, I'm sure this will prove to be a really good part ng buhay mo.
Basta pag may mga bagong nangyayari, you'll always get the first exclusive scoop. Promise ko yan sa'yo.
Thank you so very much, Bianca. Thank you.